Okay, so this video is going to show you how to use a spreadsheet to create a budget. And in this case, we have someone named Sarah, and we're told that she makes $900 a month. So I'm going to click on this cell right here. This is called a cell. And if you look up, you see a B, and if you look across, you see a 5. So this is cell B5. Okay, so we'll refer to this as cell B5, and then this one down here would be cell B6, B7, and so on. Okay, so Sarah makes $900 a month, and we're supposed to figure out how much money she should spend from the $900 for housing, food, clothing, transportation, and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make a formula, for example, right here for housing, that will tell us how much money we should be spending from our monthly amount that we make. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually delete this formula that's right here just so that we can do it together. So first of all, to make a formula in Excel, what you do is you hit the equals button. Okay, and hopefully you can see it there, and you can also see it right in this spot right here. What we want to do is take cell B5, which is the $900, so I'm going to click on it, and it automatically writes B5 right there. And we want to multiply, so if you push Shift and then 8, that creates that little star, which actually means multiply. We're going to multiply by the percent that we're given. So let's go to our let's go to this sheet right here. There's a table, and it tells us what percents we're given. So for housing, it says you should spend between 20 to 35% on of how much you make. So we'll go over here. The middle, or the mid-range between 20 and 35% is about 28%. So we'll use 28% in this example. Okay, so remember 28%. We're going to multiply 900, which is cell B5, by 28%. So I'm going to type 28% right here. And by the way, we could type it as 28%, or we could go 0.28. Either one of those will get the answer, 252, which is $252. Okay? That number will change depending on how much money Sarah makes. So we were told Sarah makes $900, but let's say she made $1,300. I'll type that in. Look what happens to the percent. She could actually spend $364 on housing, according to this table. Okay? So I'm going to put it back to 900, and we're going to keep doing this. And by the time you get to the bottom, when you do this on your own, you'll be good at typing in these formulas yourself, okay? I'm going to do it just because I want to get through to the end of this video. So I'm going to do it a little quicker now. Remember, the next one for food, you type an equal sign. We want to look at $900, so cell B5. We want to multiply by, what percent was it? I'm looking back at my table here, 23%. So I'm going to type 23%. Hit enter. So $207 would be a reasonable amount for her to spend on food. Let's try clothing. Okay, hit the equals button. Cell B5 times, what's the percent for clothing? It is 7%. 7%. Okay, and let's keep going through these really fast. Cell B5 times, what's the percent for transportation? 13%. And how about entertainment? Entertainment is 4%. So equals cell B5 times, was it 13%? No, it's 4%. 4%. Okay, and savings, how much money to put away in her bank? 7%. So hopefully this is all nice and easy to do now. 7%, and there it is. Okay, this number at the bottom of our table was changing every time we did this. What happened down here, this tells us how much money we still have left over. Okay? If we had blown too much money, the number down here would have been in brackets. It would have meant it's negative and we've spent too much money. In this case, that hasn't happened. We actually have $162 left, and sometimes you have an emergency or you need money for various things. There's $162 left over. Let's look at the formula that was used to make this $162 here. Okay, look at the top right here. Okay, it says B5 Okay, so I'm going to click right here. B5 is right up here, and then minus the sum from B6 to B11. Okay, so it means if you put it in brackets like that with the word sum, it means it's going to add up everything in this red area right here. It adds it all up. So you take the $900 minus the total of all of this, and it gives you $162. So you can see how spreadsheets are really cool, how they're able to do things so quickly, and it's so much faster than just sitting there with a calculator. So another neat thing about spreadsheets, let's say you have a friend, and in this case we have a friend named Jen. How much money does she make? Well, let's look at our worksheet assignment here. Jen has a great job. She pulls in $2,500 a month after deductions. Okay, so let's write in how much Jen makes right now, $2,500. And if the dollar sign didn't automatically show up there, you can always go right up here and click on there, and that will make it into a money situation, or accounting situation, as they say. Anyway, Jen makes $2,500. We want all of these numbers, we want all those same percentages to be used right here for Jen. But because it's a spreadsheet, we don't have to sit there and type all the formulas in. Just watch this. You go to a formula like this, you go to the corner like I'm doing right now, see how it changes into a plus sign? You drag it across. Automatically we know that 28% of Jen's money that she earns is $700. She has a lot more money to use for housing. Okay? Now, I could sit there and do that for each one of these questions, but there's an even faster way to do it. So I'm going to hit Control Z, which gets rid of that. What you do is you highlight all these cells right here. You go to the corner and you drag them across, and bang, look at that. All of them show up so quickly. And we can do the same thing for this right here to see how much money Jen has left over. You don't have to retype the cell, or you don't have to retype a formula here. Watch this. Wait till you see the plus sign, go across, and there it is. Jen has $450 left over. Okay, hopefully this little video has helped you understand how to use a spreadsheet to make a formula and also to do a bit of a budget. Thanks.